market manager of the Grand River Farmers Market, Dodi Wheeler. Hi, Dodi.
Morning, Bart.
Good to see you. Dodi is at the market every single time, and that's every Friday and Saturday.
It's correct, 92.
How's the market doing this year?
Word is it's doing pretty good.
Okay.
People are pretty happy. We get some 95% good feedback. You know, there's still some people who say, you know, I just can't believe how just sparse it is down here. But we keep responding to that with more produce is coming in, more vendors are coming in. As we get more people down there, more vendors agree to come in, and sort of it's kind of a chicken and egg scenario. The more produce and good things we get in, the more people come down, and we are noticing there's an awful lot of repeat customers that come down. They're very faithful. They're coming down to spend their money and to support the market. So I think that's where the real success does lie.
Yeah, and some of those people commenting about how sparse it is, here's the answer. You don't want to buy the corn before it is harvested and ready for harvest, and maybe you want to come earlier in the day when the selection is greater.
And that's a big thing too. We see a lot of people that roll in kind of like at 1:30, and they generally do a good job of staying, but a lot of them are selling out too. I mean, we've had a couple of farmers that are very close to selling out by the end of the day. So
that's what we want.
Yeah, it is. It's a great thing. It's a great problem to have. So yes, come early. You know, if you're coming down.
Some new things at the farmers market. You are entertained as you shop.
We are, yeah, and we're getting. We had a couple of musicians that, on a leap of faith, came in and volunteered to stay for a couple of hours and play, and I think they did very well and actually called us back and said we'd like to sign up for another half a dozen visits, and we're getting people now that are calling us and saying, you know, do you have room? And so they send us a little clip and we fill them in, and we've only got a couple of weekends really left with some availability for musicians.
John Lewis Good has been one of those, and Harmony Gardens, Rick McDermott. And
yeah. We've got a group called Heavy Weather that comes in. BJ Wellraven's coming in. Lauren Morse will be with us twice in August. She's coming up from Nashville. She's a local, so we're excited about that.
And some food trucks. I was down there the other day, and a couple of weeks ago actually, and there were people in a long line to get lobster.
Yeah.
Lobster rolls,
That's
lobster,
right.
everything.
Yep, Cousins Maine Lobster still comes all the way from Detroit. Once again, in good faith, they came in the first week. I think it was a bit slow, and then I checked in with him the second time, and he said, well, where have you been? And I said, well, why? And he said, there was a line at the parking lot. So that's great, and they'll be back. They'll be back a few more times, and we'll keep that posted on the Facebook and the Instagram. So. And
it's not just produce. You've got a lot of arts and crafts vendors.
We do. We try to keep it at about 50-50 because it is a farmer's market, you know, but we also want to have some very unique artisan crafts. We have obviously some soaps and things like that down there. We have some apothecaries. We have some macrame hanging plants things. We do have, you know, fresh flowers. And we just had a lady come in now that she has native perennials she's going to be selling. So we kind of try to keep everything sort of close to the belt related to farming or related to products that sort of fit the vibe of the farmer's market. We actually have 3 new vendors coming in this weekend. We have a maple syrup vendor that's coming in. And then we have an exclusive Friday beekeeper that's coming in with honey. And their stories are great. And then we'll also have Mama C's is coming in. We've had a lot of people say, are you going to have prepared food? Are you going to have maybe some breakfast food? So actually this weekend we have Mama C's coming in. She's going to have like breakfast burritos and chicken wraps and things like that. And then we also have a vendor coming in that's making, I think they're called poffertjes, and those are Dutch pancakes. So we'll have both of those this Friday morning. So come hungry.
It's a festival atmosphere these days.
This is Jessica Steller here. This is kind of an interesting picture. She came up to our booth and there was a honeybee trapped in one of our signage things, and she actually lifted it out and she said, look here, its leg is broken, and she said if you roll it around like this, and it actually flew right off of her hand. So she's like a bee whisperer.
She cured the bee.
She cured the bee.
Wow.
It was really neat.
Yeah, microgreens.
Microgreens, we have them Friday and Saturday now.
Curtis Farms is bringing corn this week. I know that for a fact. It's corn season.
It is. It is. Mark's Farms here has come through. When strawberries are in season, they have the strawberries. They were the first with the tomatoes. They've always got plenty to pick from down there too.
Why go anywhere else?
Now I go anywhere else. There's actually one of these pictures here. We had somebody send us a picture of a spread. They had their meat, they had their salad, they had their syrup, they had their honey. There it is right there. Everything, fresh flowers, mushrooms. And they sent us a picture and said, I have everything I need for dinner tonight. So that was kind of neat.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what that is.
It'd be fun to be invited over for
It
that.
would be, it sure would be.
Well, you've done a great job growing the market, Dodi, this year. And I know you got a lot more to come.
We do, we do.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks very much.
Check it out every Friday and Saturday downtown, 9 till 2. Sometimes you can get find stuff a little earlier, and sometimes they're there a little later. Thanks to market manager Dodi Wheeler. Next on today's show.